I clicked the button and the screen went white, washed away the ghost of every Friday night. The reservations for the place we used to go, the map that led me to the life I used to know. It asked me if I'm sure, are you sure you want a part? Like a dialogue box could understand a broken heart. The cookies and the cash, the digital debris, the only evidence that you were once with me. I'm scrubbing out the timeline, cleaning up the tracks, but there's a ghost in the motherboard that's never coming back. It's a deleted history, a blank and hollow page. I'm locking all our memories in a silver-plated cage. The frequently visited, the search is for your name. I'm burning down the forest just to kill a single flame. Now the bar is empty and the world is starting new, but I can't find a way to delete the thought of you. No more autofill for your old street address. A little less of us and a little more or less. The songs I looked up just to see why you would cry, you vanished from the list like a breath into the sky. I'm clearing out the recent, but the past is still right here, lurking in the shadows of every single tear. Is it really gone if I can still feel the weight? If I can still remember the username of fate? I'm refreshing the browser, but the error code is me, 404, the person that I used to be. Select all, remove. It's a deleted history, a blank and hollow page. I'm locking all our memories in a silver-plated cage. The frequently visited, the search is for your name. I'm burning down the forest just to kill a single flame. Now the bar is empty and the world is starting new, but I can't find a way to delete the thought of you. Everything's private now, everything's incognito. I've wiped the drive, I've cleared the screen, but my heart still remembers every single thing we've been. The cursor is a heartbeat on a cold white screen, pulsing in the places where your words used to be. I'm scrolling to the top, back to the hello, back when the messages felt like a glow. Now I'm down at the bottom in the desert of white, with nothing to read in the middle of the night. Just a blinking light, like a steady slow drum, waiting for a message that'll never ever come. I type out a sentence, then I hit backspace. I'm trying to find a ghost I can't replace. I'm listening to the quiet and it's ringing in my ears, the loudest sound I've heard in all of my years. It's the sound of an empty chat, a hollowed out ring, the echo of a song that we no longer sing. It's the thought of the silence when I hit send on a prayer, and the weight of the bubble that's no longer there. Just a box full of nothing where everything lived, the sound of a heart with nothing left. to give. I remember the typing that used to make me smile. I'd stare at those 3 dots for a country mile. Anticipation was a bridge we would cross. Now every empty pixel is a measure of loss. There's no no good night, my dear. Just the static of the space between there and here. The interface is clean, not a smudge, not a blur, but I'm drowning in the ghost of the way that we were. If I scream at the keyboard, will you hear the vibration? Is there any hope left for this conversation? I'm talking to a wall, I'm shouting at a shelf. I'm just an empty person talking to myself. Is anybody there? It's the sound of an empty chat, a hollowed out ring, the echo of a song that we no longer sing. It's the threat of the silence when I hit send on a prayer, and the weight of the bubble that's no longer there. Just a box full of nothing where everything lived. The sound of a heart with nothing left to give. No new messages, no notifications, just a blue light dying on the nightstand. The chat is still open, but the story is closed. I'm looking at the login page, the username is yours, but the password doesn't work behind these heavy digital doors. I tried the one you gave me on that rainy night in June. I tried the day we met, and I tried the name of the moon, but it says access denied, a final cold decree. The gate is closed, and you're keeping the key. I'm standing on the threshold of a life I used to know, with nowhere to enter and nowhere left to go. The server's gone quiet, the profile is erased, and all of our history has been neatly displaced. Now I'm logged out forever, kicked out of the dream. Nothing is real, nothing is what it would seem. You changed the locks, you deleted the thread. You're living a life where I'm already dead. The welcome back banner is nowhere in sight, just a lock screen staring at me through the night. I'm locked out forever and the session is through. I'm just a stranger looking at a ghost of you. Looking at a ghost of you. I see the icon is spinning, a circle of gray, like the sun setting on a long hollow day. Did you mean to cut me off? Did you click the remove? Or did we just lose the rhythm of the things we used to prove? I'm tapping on the glass, but the interface is steel. I'm trying to remember how the love used to feel. Is there a forgot password for a broken down heart? Is there a way to hit reset and get a fresh start? But the support team is silent, the line is a ghost. I'm just an error message on the things I love most. And forbidden, permanently closed. Now I'm logged out forever, kicked out of the dream. Nothing is real, nothing is what it would seem. You changed the locks, you deleted the thread. You're living a life where I'm already dead. The welcome back banner is nowhere in sight, just a lock screen staring at me through the night. I'm locked out forever and the session is through. I'm just a stranger looking at a ghost of you. credentials. Session timed out, connection lost to the server. You're gone from my list and I'm gone from your little green light, it finally went gray. The last bit of online has drifted away. I'm checking the status, I'm refreshing the feed, but you aren't posting the things that I need. The world is still spinning, the comments still roll, but there's a quiet vacuum inside of my soul. You're physically here, sitting 3 feet away, but your offline presence is all that remains. Your eyes are on the window, but you're looking through the glass, waiting for the ghost of our better days to pass. I'm reaching for your hand, but I'm touching a stone. How can I be with you and feel this alone? You've got an offline presence, a shadow in the room, a beautiful flower that's forgotten how to bloom. You breathe in the air, but you're miles out of sea, leaving a hollowed out version of you here with me. The signal is dead and the connection is torn. I'm grieving a person who hasn't even gone. We used to be streaming, we used to be live. We had a frequency that helped us survive. Now you're a statue in a chair by the light, giving me nothing but silence at night. I ask how you doing, you say you're okay, but your voice sounds like static from a world far away. Are you running updates? Are you lost in the cloud? Is the noise in your head getting lonely and loud? I'm shouting your name, but you're on do not disturb, losing the meaning of every single word. Come back to the surface, come back to the wire. You've got an offline presence, a shadow in the room, a beautiful flower that's forgotten how to bloom. You breathe in the air, but you're miles out of sea, leaving a hollowed out version of you here with me. The signal is dead and the connection is torn. I'm grieving a person who hasn't even gone. You're standing right there, but I can't find you. Your heart is on airplane mode and I'm just a passenger, waiting for the crash. Offline, so far away, so far away. Silence. The screen is dimming, fade into a gray, like the way you look at me at the end of the day. I'm searching for a cable, a reason to stay plugged in, but the wires are all frayed and the walls are getting thin. We used to be at 100, glowing in the dark. Now I'm shivering alone, looking for a spark. The red bar's blinking, a rhythmic little ghost telling me I'm losing the thing I need the most. I'm reaching for the outlet, but the power's gone out, and I love you is a whisper lost inside a shout. It's a low battery warning, a final steady hum. I'm counting down the seconds till the silence makes me numb. 10% of maybe, 5% of please. Now I'm falling through the photos back when we were bright, before the system error ruined every night. Now the glass is cracked and the signal's getting weak. I've got 1,000 things to say, but I can't even speak. The memory is full, but the heart is getting hollow, leaving me with bitter pills that I'm forced to swallow. Don't let the screen go dark just yet. I haven't memorized the things I'll soon forget. The curve of your mouth, the warmth of your hand. I'm a dying device in the desolate land. Shutting down, shutting down. Slow battery warning, final steady hum. I'm counting down the seconds till the silence makes me numb. 10% of maybe, 5% of please. Now I'm falling to the floor, shaking on my knees. One last flicker, then the light goes black. You're a ghost in the machine and you aren't coming back. 0%, I'm losing the connection. I'm losing you. Just a cold black mirror where your face used to be. The bars on the top were beginning to fall, one by one, like a crumbling wall. I'm standing on the porch where the signal is best, holding my breath, putting fate to the test. I can hear your voice, but it's breaking in half. A jagged little ghost of a beautiful laugh, then a pop and a hiss, and the rhythm is gone, leaving me standing on a cold, quiet lawn. I'm shaking the phone like it's something to blame, but the satellite doesn't remember your name. I'm chasing the wind, trying to catch every word, but the best parts of us are the ones I never heard. It's a lost connection, a line gone dead, 1,000 I love yous that stayed in my head. The air is heavy, the frequency's thin. I don't know where you end or where I begin. I'm screaming hello to the stars in the sky, but the silence is the only thing giving a reply. We're drifting apart in a digital sea, just a lost connection between you and me. Just a lost connection between you and me. I try to redial, but the tone is so flat. How did we ever get distant as that? We used to be synced like a heart to a beat. Now we're just strangers on a one-way street. The searching icon is spinning its wheel, mimicking exactly the way that I feel. Stuck in the middle of a no-service zone, with a handful of glass and a heart made of stone. Maybe the wires were crossed from the start. Maybe the distance was always in the heart. I'm looking for a tower, I'm looking for a sign, but there's too much static on the boundary line. Can you hear me? Are you there? It's a lost connection, a line gone dead, 1,000 I love yous that stayed in my head. The air is heavy, the frequency's thin. I don't know where you end in between you and me. Coffee, timed out, screen goes dark in the palm of my hand. I'm still here, but I don't know where you land. Gone. I'm pulling down the screen just to watch it spin, waiting for a miracle to finally begin. The circle turns around like a dog on a chain, chasing the feeling that I'll never reclaim. The feed stays the same, frozen in time, like a clock that stopped ticking in the middle of a rhyme. I'm looking for a sign, a digital spark, but I'm just staring at a mirror in the dark. My thumb is getting tired, my eyes are getting red. I'm digging through the grave of the things that we said. One more swipe just to see if you're there, tossing the coin into the cold thin air. And I'm refreshing the void again and again, looking for the us in the might have been. It's a bottomless well, it's a hollowed out sky where the updates are empty and the memories die. Nothing is new, but I can't look away. I'm refreshing the void just to get through the day. Maybe the server is down in my soul, maybe I finally lost all control. I see everyone laughing in high definition while I'm stuck in the loop of a ghost transition. The world is updating, it's moving so fast, but I'm refreshing a page from the broken down past, hoping for a like or a view from your ghost when I'm the one ghosting the things I need most. Connection failed, try again. I've been trying to find you since I don't know when. The signal is 5G, but the heart is 1K, and I'm watching the loading bar wither away. Load the truth, load the pain, and I'm refreshing the void again and again, looking for the us in the might have been. It's a bottomless well, it's a hollowed out sky where the updates are empty and the memories die. Nothing is new, but I can't look away. I'm refreshing the void just to get through the day. Swipe down, spin, spin, nothing. Swipe, spin, nothing. The void is wide open and it's looking back at me. They The coffee's cold, the house is still, the silence is a bitter pill. I'm staring at the empty side of the bed, tracing every word you never said. I try to breathe, I try to stand, but the world is slipping through my hands. There's a weight in the air I can't explain, like the sky is holding back the rain. The sun keeps trying to break on through, but it doesn't know the ghost of you is blocking out the light. And I'm living under heavy clouds, moving through the ghost town crowds, waiting for a storm that never breaks, counting on my heart's mistakes. The thunder's just heavy clouds. I see you go behind the door. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Maybe a sign, maybe a sound to keep my feet here on the ground. But the air is thick, the gray is deep, and I have promises I couldn't keep. Now the memories are blurring at the edge, like water sitting on a window ledge. And I'm living under heavy clouds, moving through the ghost town crowds, waiting for a storm that never breaks, counting on my heart's mistakes. The thunder's rolling in my chest. I haven't found a place to rest. I'm just waiting for the sky to fall, 'cause losing you, I lost it all. Yeah, it's just heavy clouds, so let it pour, let it wash away the wreckage of our yesterday. I'd rather drown in the pouring rain than suffocate inside this pain of waiting. Just waiting. Still living under heavy clouds, fading in the ghost town crowds, waiting for a storm that never breaks, paying for my heart's mistakes. The thunder's rolling in my chest. I'll never find a place to rest. I'm just waiting for the sky to fall, 'cause losing you, I lost it all. Look up at the gray, it's never gonna go away. Just heavy clouds, heavy clouds. I'm standing at the crossroads where the pavement meets the dust, holding on to promises that turn to flakes of rust. I look down at the dial, but the needle's spinning round, searching for a north that we never really found. You were the coordinates, the map inside my head, but now I'm reading blueprints of a life we never led. Every road I take leads me to a wall, and I'm terrified of moving, but I'm tired of this talk. Now I'm walking with a broken compass, circling the pain, looking for a shelter in the middle of the rain. I don't know where I'm going, I don't know where I've been, since you took the light away and let the dark come in. I'm a traveler with no destination, a sailor lost at sea, with a broken compass pointing back to you and me. The wind is getting colder and the woods are getting deep, and I got all these memories that I wasn't meant to keep. I try to follow footprints, but the snow has covered tracks of the person that I used to be before the world went black. Is there a right direction when there's no one left to find? Or am I just a wanderer that you left far behind? I'm checking every signal, waiting for a sign, but the stars have all gone quiet and they won't align. Yeah, I'm walking with a broken compass, circling the pain, looking for a shelter in the middle of the rain. I don't know where I'm going, I don't know where I've been, since you took the light away and let the dark come in. Left or right, it feels the same. Every path just whispers your name. Broken compass, still spinning, still lost. I'm staring at the blue light. It's 3 a.m. again. The cursor's blinking like a pulse, a slow and steady sin. I've typed out every I miss you and every please come home, but I'm talking to a ceiling in a house that feels like stone. I watch the little check marks waiting for the change, but the silence and the static's feeling cold and strange. My thumb is hovering over the delete, but the history of us is the only thing I keep. I'm screaming through the glass, through the pixels and the wire, but I'm just another log thrown on a dying fire. And I'm dying in the space of these unread receipts, walking down the sidewalk of these one-way streets. You're holding all the answers, but you won't let them go. You're leaving me undelivered when I need to know. It's a digital graveyard, a ghost in the screen, the loudest goodbye that I've ever seen. I see your name is active, a green light in the dark, a tiny spark of hope that leaves a devastating mark. 'Cause you're scrolling through the world and you're looking at the sky, but you won't look at the message where I ask you why. Is it easier to ignore me than to say it's really done? To let me hold the weight of us while you're out having fun? Maybe your phone is dead, or you lost it in the grass. Maybe you're just waiting for the bitterness to pass, but I know that you've seen it, I can feel it in my bones. The heaviest of silence comes from cellular phones. Just open the box, just let the light through. But I'm dying in the space of these unread receipts, walking down the sidewalk of these one-way streets. You're holding all the answers, but you won't let them go. You're leaving me undelivered when I need to know. It's a digital graveyard, a ghost in the screen, the loudest goodbye that I've ever seen. Delivered at 10:14, delivered on Tuesday, delivered but never found. I'm still waiting for the gray to turn to blue, but you're already gone, aren't you? The keys are on the counter where you left them by the door. The echoes of your footsteps don't reside here anymore. I'm staring at the shadows as they stretch across the wall, waiting for a phantom ring, a ghost of a phone call. The coffee's getting colder in the mug you used to hold, and suddenly this empty house feels tragically old. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there, just grasping at the cold and heavy air. Now I'm just chasing the sunset, trying to hold the light before the gold turns into gray and leaves I tried to build a kingdom on a foundation of sin, and watch the tide come rushing in to take back all our plans. Now every mile I'm driving is a mile further away from the version of us living in the light of yesterday. The sky is catching fire, burning bright, but I know it's just a prelude to the night. And I'm still chasing the sunset, trying to hold the light before the gold turns into gray and leaves me with the night. I'm running toward a horizon where you're still standing still, but the faster that I'm moving, the steeper grows the hill. It's a beautiful ending I'm not ready to face, just a lonely heart running through the empty space, chasing the sunset, reaching for you. They say that time will heal the sting, but time is just a thief, stealing every memory to leave me with the grief. If I could just stop the world from spinning round, maybe I could find the love that we never found. Stars are coming out now, one by one, and I'm standing in the dark. My race is done. The sun has slipped away beneath the blue. I'm just a shadow, still reaching for you, chasing the sunset, chasing the ghost of you. The gold is bleeding into shades of gray. I'm watching the light as it slips away, standing on the edge of where we used to be, but the shoreline is changing and I can't see. You're a silhouette against the burning sky, a beautiful hello and a slow goodbye. I reach for your hand, but the air grows cold, losing the grip on the stories we told. And we're just a fading horizon now, a promise we made, but we broke the vow. The sun's going down on the love that we knew, and I'm lost in the purple, searching for you. Distance is stretching, the space in between, like a movie finale on a darkening screen. The further we go, the less I can find of the heartbeat I'm leaving behind. There was a time when the view was so clear, before the salt of the sea turned into a tear. We built our cathedrals on shifting sand. Now I'm holding the ghost of a vanished land. The stars are beginning to wake in the black, but there isn't a map that can lead us back. Every mile we walk is a mile apart. The dusk is settling deep in my heart, 'cause we're just a fading horizon now, a promise we made, but fading, fading into the night. Finding the end, I'm tracing the outlines of where you used to lay. The silence is heavier than the words we didn't say. I'm checking the windows, I'm locking the door, but I'm guarding a house that isn't a home anymore. The coffee is cold and the sunlight is cruel. I'm playing the part of the heartbroken fool, waiting for footsteps that never arrive, just trying to learn how to feel half alive. And I reach for your hand in the middle of sleep, but the canyon between us is getting too deep. I'm holding my breath till my chest starts to burn, waiting for lessons I don't wanna learn. I've been wandering through the wreckage of us, turning our gold into ashes and dust. Every forever we whisper back then is a story that's looking for where to begin. But I'm tired of searching, I'm tired of the bend. I'm just walking these hallways, finding the end. There's a ghost in the kitchen, a laugh in the hall, a shadow of us painted thin on the wall. I try to remember the way that it felt before all the promises started to melt. Now your name is a weight that I carry alone, in a heart that's grown weary and heavy as stone. I'm deleting the pictures, I'm clearing the space, but I can't find a way to unsee your face. Is this how it happens? Does it go out like a spark, or do we just slowly get used to the dark? I'm letting you go, though it's tearing me through, because there's no room for me in a life built for you. I've been wandering through the wreckage of us, turning our gold into ashes and dust. Every forever we whisper back then is a story that's looking for where to begin. But I'm tired of searching, I'm tired of the bend. I'm just walking these hallways, finding the end. No more maybe tomorrow, no more give it some time. The mountain's too steep for a spirit to climb. I'm closing the book, I'm dropping the pen. I'm finally finding the I found the end. I heard a click and then a long, low whine, the sound of a life that's no longer mine. The fan is spinning like a desperate heart, but the pieces are falling. pulling apart. I'm staring at a screen that's frozen in blue. Locked in the moment, I'm losing you. Every memory we saved, every photo we kept is sinking in a sea where the circuitry wept. I should've backed it up, I should've known that a love built on silicone is easily thrown. Now the needle is scratching a permanent scar, and I can't find the us that I know we are. It's a hard drive failure, a total crash. Our whole world turned to digital ash. The unrecoverable error, the fatal sound of everything we built falling to the ground. I'm losing the pictures, the dates and the years. I'm losing the proof through a valley of tears. The system is cold and the data is gone, and I'm left in the dark with no light to turn on. I'm trying to boot it, I'm trying to pray, but the sectors are damaged and fading to gray. That video of us at the edge of the lake, it's a ghost in the wires that I can't retake. The letters I wrote you, the songs that we shared, a ghost in a machine that can't be repaired. I'm reaching for files that don't exist anymore, like a man reaching out for a ghost on the shore. Is there a specialist? Is there a way to salvage the pieces of our yesterday? But the technician looks with a pitying eye and says some things are broken until they just die. Corrupted, overwritten. It's a hard drive failure, a total crash. Our whole world turned to digital ash. The unrecoverable error, the fatal sound of everything we built falling to the ground. I'm losing the pictures, the dates and the years. I'm losing the proof through a valley of tears. The system is cold and the data is gone, and I'm left in the dark with no light to turn on. This not found, insert boot media and press any key, but there is no key for a heart that's lost its memory. Empty, empty. Empty. I'm tracing the outlines of where you used to lay. The scent of your skin is starting to fade away. You spoke of a forever, a house on the hill, but the silence in this hallway is making me ill. I built up a kingdom on the words that you said. Now I'm sleeping in a ghost town, alone in our bed. You signed your name upon my heart in ink that ran right from the start. I thought it was a vow, a sacred bond, but you were already looking beyond. Now I'm falling through these paper thin promises, watching every always tear into. I was building a life on a foundation of lies, trying to hold on to the shadow of you. One little breath and it all falls apart. Just paper thin promises and a heavy broken heart. The pictures are still hanging, taped to the wall. I never thought a simple breeze could make it all fall. You said you were different, you said you were home, but home shouldn't feel this hollow and cold. Every eye I found your watch in the bedside drawer, ticking like it's 2:04. The time is moving but I'm standing still, locked in a house on a lonely hill. I see the ghost of us in the hallway light, turning the corner out of sight. We were building a life on borrowed breath. Now I'm just staring at the space you left. I try to grab the air where you used to be, but the seconds are slipping away from me like sand through a broken glass. And I'd give my soul for some stolen minutes, a world with you still living in it, to go back to the way we were before, to hear your key rattle in the door. Just 60 seconds to say I'm sorry, to rewrite the end of our tragic story. But the clock is a thief that I can't outrun, and I'm just a shadow of the things we've begun, chasing those stolen minutes. The grocery list is still on the wall, waiting for a name I can no longer call. I buy the fruit that you used to like, then I walk home through the rain on a lonely hike. Every red light feels like a year. Everything's loud when you aren't here. The calendar pages are turning to gray, while I'm still begging for just one day. Yeah, I give my soul some stolen minutes, a world with you still living in it, to go back to the way we were before, to hear your key rattle in the door. Just 60 seconds to say I'm sorry, to rewrite the end of our tragic story. But the clock is a thief that I can't outrun, and I'm just a shadow of the things we've begun, chasing those stolen minutes. Was it the way the light hit the floor? Was it the moment you walked out the door? I trade all my tomorrows, every single one, for yesterday that was never done. For a moment frozen, for a moment's grace, to feel the warmth of your hand on my face. And I'm just a heart that's done forgetting. Stolen minutes, only stolen minutes. The station clock is ticking like a heartbeat in the rain, echoing the hollow sound of everything in vain. I'm standing on the platform with my hands deep in my coat, swallowing the Goodbye that is stuck inside my throat. The announcements hum like static, a cold and metallic choir, while I'm shivering in the ashes of a dying summer fire. I look across the tracks and see the ghost of you and me, back when we had a destination, back when we were free. And here comes the headlights, cutting through the dark. The iron wheels are screaming, throwing off a spark. It's the last train home, but home is just a word. Since the quiet grew so loud, it's all I've ever heard. I'm stepping through the doors, leaving half of me behind, trying to outrun the memories tangled in my mind. The whistle blows a lonely note, a low and mournful groan, taking me to a house that I'll be living in alone. I find a window seat and watch the city start to blur, thinking about the way we were and the way we never were. The rhythmic drum of metal is a lullaby for the lost, counting every mile we travel, weighing up the cost. I see my own reflection in the glass against the night, looking for a reason, looking for a light. But the cabin is nearly empty, just a few tired souls trying to patch the pieces of their broken, heavy roads. And here comes the headlights, cutting through the dark. The iron wheels are screaming, throwing off a spark. It's the last train home, but home is just a word. Since the quiet grew so loud, it's all I've ever heard. I'm stepping through the doors, leaving half of me behind, trying to outrun the memories tangled in my mind. The whistle blows a lonely note, a low and mournful groan, taking me to a house that I'll be living in alone. I could pull the emergency brake, I could run back to the street, I could beg for one more minute, make the ending bittersweet. But the tracks only go one way, and the engine doesn't care that I'm reaching for a shadow that isn't even there. Regret, the conductor's calling out names of places I haven't been yet. I'm leaning my head on the window pane, listening to the rhythm, listening to the rain. The last train, the last train home. I'm running my fingers o'er the marks on the wall where we measured our love before the great fall. The kitchen is quiet, the radio's dead, just the echo of things that we should have said. I see a silhouette draped over the chair, but when I reach out there's only cold air. I'm memorizing the ghost of your grace in a house that's becoming a hollowed out space. The sun sets behind the neighbor's sycamore tree, and the darkness starts stitching its way into me. I'm chasing the memory that's starting to fade, just a prisoner here in a cell that we made. I'm just tracing the shadows on an empty floor, looking for a key to a locked up door, trying to find where the light used to be before you became just a phantom to me. Every outline is jagged, every border is blue. I'm spent and I'm broken from chasing the view of a life that's gone dark in a world that's turned gray. I'm just tracing the shadows of our yesterday. Your scents on a sweater I can't bring to wash, a lingering hope that I'm trying to squash. I follow the curve where you used to lean, in the blurred out spaces of what might have been. It's a cool kind of art, this mapping the loss, calculating the pain and the heavy set cost of loving a person who's no longer there, leaving nothing but shapes in the charcoal black air. They say that the light is what makes a shadow grow, but I'm standing in midnight with nowhere to go. I'm drawing the lines of the shape of your heart, trying to see where we pulled it apart. I'm just tracing shadows on an empty floor, looking for a key to a locked up door, trying to find where the light used to be before you became just a phantom to me. Every outline is jagged, every border is blue. I'm spent and I'm broken from chasing the view of a life that's gone dark in a world that's turned gray. I'm just tracing the shadows of our yesterday. My hands are all stained with the soot and the dust of a beautiful dream that surrendered to rust. Just a sketch in the dark, a line in the sand, tracing the shadow of holding your hand. Tracing the shadows in the dark, just shadows. The ink is dry on the kitchen table, next to a coffee cup that's gone cold. I'm writing words I'll never be able to say out loud or let be told. The floorboards creak like they're missing your step. The silence here is a heavy weight. I'm keeping secrets that should have been kept before the clock decided our fate. Now they're just unread letters in a shoebox lid, stuck in the shadows where our promises hid. I'm screaming your name on a paper white page, but the words are just ghosts in a skeleton cage. I pour out my heart till the pen runs dry, under a ceiling that watches me cry. A mailbox of stone in a house full of regret, for the I love yous that haven't reached you yet. I found your sweater in the bottom drawer. It still smells like the night we met. I don't know who I'm writing for, why I haven't burned them yet. There's a paragraph about the way you laugh, and a page on how the bed feels wide. It's a broken-hearted autograph from the hollow man I am inside. in the shadows where our promises hid. I'm screaming your name on a paper white page, but the words are just ghosts in a skeleton cage. I pour out my heart till the pen runs dry under a ceiling that watches me cry. A mailbox, a store, and a house full of regret for the I love yous that haven't reached you yet. Maybe one day the wind will blow and carry the ashes of what I wrote to a place where you finally know every word that's stuck in my throat. Tuck it away with the 1,000 others from yesterday. Just ink on a page, just a heart in a cage, still waiting for you to read, waiting for you to see. Unread, unread. I'm standing at the edge of the driveway, gravel, watching the threads of my spirit unravel. There's a map in my pocket that leads nowhere, just a handful of dust and a lock of your hair. I've walked through the valley, I've climbed every peak, calling your name till I'm breathless and weak. But the distance between us is a canyon so wide, and I'm running out of places to hide. My compass is broken, the stars are all dim, and the cup of my hope is dried at the rim. I'm tired of chasing a ghost, and I'm standing here in these worn out shoes, with nothing left to find and nothing left to lose. The soles are thin and the laces are torn, like a heart that's been weathered and weary and worn. I've traveled 1,000 miles of regret, trying to find a way to forget, but I can't walk away from the shadow of you, not in these worn out shoes. The leather is cracked like the skin on my hands from wandering through these deserted lands. I remember when these boots were shiny and new, the day that I started my journey to you. Now they're heavy with mud and the weight of the years, stained by the salt of a river of tears. Every step is a struggle, every mile is a scar, and I still don't know where the hell you are. Yeah, I'm standing here in these worn out shoes, with nothing left to find and nothing left to lose. wasn't I needed. Maybe the warnings were signs I misheeded. But my feet are so heavy, I'm sinking down deep in the promises that